Hello YouTubers, a very special video today. I'm going to be doing the Living End's West End Riot. When I say doing, I mean teaching. But quickly, before we get into it, I have a Patreon page, as most of you guys know. If you are watching my videos and not supporting, that's totally okay. But if you would like to support, head over. There's $2 a month or $5 a month options. There's a whole bunch of transcriptions there. If you do sign up, you get access to all of them. You can download any of them, print them, and go through the songs. I love even just looking at the transcriptions. They're beautiful to look at once they're done. It's sort of like seeing the music represented. It's cool. Anyway, a quick story about the Living End. I was a massive fan of the Living End when I was young, and it was always a dream of mine to meet the Living End and all that sort of stuff. And then I remember when I was about 20, we supported Necromantics at the Prince of Wales, and Chris Cheney was in the audience, and I played for the whole set. And I remember bumping into him and him just saying, "Man, you're a hell of a player." And I was like, ah. So that was a really cool moment. And funnily enough, the whole psychobilly thing was, for me, that seed was planted many years ago when, ironically, I went on a website that was all about hating the Living End. It was like a IHateTheLivingEnd.com or something. It was so weird. I don't know who would go to that much energy, that much effort. But it said on that page, there was a criticism of Chris Cheney's guitar solos, and it said, he always plays these horrible, weird psychobilly guitar solos. And I was like, hey, what's psychobilly? And then, years later, when the internet improved, I was able to get more into it. And when I was old enough to jump on a train and go to the city and go to record shops and actually find out more about psychobilly, it's funny that seed was planted by that. So that's really, really cool. Anyway, without further ado, I don't know if it's without further ado or without further ado, but you get the idea. I'm going to walk you through the parts of the song. I've got them split up, and then I'm going to get into the lesson as usual. Hope you enjoy. Again, please consider supporting. There's more to come, obviously, and also stay tuned for your next theory lesson. All right, see you later. Okay, so the intro, 8th fret, 2nd string, and 1st string open. Okay, down, up, down. So we're going down, up, down. Yeah, sorry. Down, up, down. Then we go to the 7th fret, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Then we flick up on the 7. So then we pick down on the 2nd open. Then we pick 8th fret up. Then down on the 7. Then up on the 2nd open. Down on the 8th fret. Then up on the 1st, which is the 7 again. So, oh, sorry, hang on. A little quicker. Alright, now this repeats the whole time. There's other guitar tracks that are going on. And if you want to try blending everything together, you could always play an E5 power chord. That's 7th fret on the 5th string, 9th fret on the 4th, like that. And then what you can do is pick up that bit I showed you before from the 7. Then go. I'll do it really slow. Now that picking pattern I showed you initially, it's really important for fluidity. Okay, if you watch him play it live, he does the same thing. Except live, I noticed that he mutes and he uses these fingers. He's doing like a. Okay, so that's the very intro, and but not worrying about overcomplicating it. Just doing that single guitar part. Okay, and straight into the next part. So there is other guitar stuff going on. The bass actually carries a lot of it. You can get the bass is then, and then the bass does the. So if you were jamming this with a bass player or something, a lot of that stuff's covered, and this guitar part is really like one guitar part that will work in a band scenario, or if you're jamming along with the track, which is a lot of fun. So that's the intro. Sorry, that keeps going. And straight into, let's turn this way now so you can see a little more. Down up picking. Yeah. So we're going, just keep up your down up picking basically, like that. But you follow this, you do 2 of each. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. But what I'm doing there, so I'm just going to hit 2 strings, and I'll tell you when that changes. I'm hitting the 1st string and the 2nd string. We're going 8, 7, 5. Oh, hang on, sorry. 8, 7, 5, 3, open. Now we're hitting the 3rd string and the 2nd string. Open. So I'm holding the 2nd fret and I'm hitting the 2nd string open. Both together. Lift, hit them both open, 3rd and 2nd. Then hit the 4th string and 3rd together. So. And at that point you can kind of alternate the strings a little instead of hitting them both if you want it sort of less muddy, but I'm pretty sure on the recording it's just smashing both strings. Okay. Okay. So hopefully that's nice and clear. 8, 7, 5, 3 on the 2nd, all on the 2nd string, open on the 2nd, 2 on the 3rd, open, 4 on the 4th string. Okay, whilst hitting the string directly above. Oh, messed that up. And from here, we go into the next part, 2 on the 4th string. That's an E note. We're picking down up, move it across, down up on the B, move up, maybe go to your 2nd finger, down up, then 5 on the 4th string, down, pick down, up on the 3rd, with 3rd finger, up on the 4th fret, I should say, on the 4th string. Okay, so we do that thing that I just showed you twice, that little riff, the E, B, C, G, F sharp, and then we play this chord, which is an E5. So open on the 6th string, 2nd on the 5th string, 2nd on the 4th string, 4th on the 3rd string, pinky on the 5th fret of the 2nd string, and let that ring. You could also just play an open E minor. Sounds pretty good as well. So that's just 2 and 2, okay, and then strum the rest. Okay, so that takes us into the verse. A bit of singing there, and then you get this. We're actually back to that riff. You've actually already learnt the riff that we're going to be employing here. But I just want to quickly talk about that little strum that comes in. So you're kind of sitting there waiting for the bass. The bass is playing, the vocals are going along, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and. So do them with an up strike, relax your fingers, and up again. So now that's actually what he plays on the recording. Okay, and we're back into the riff from that intro before. Okay, so but what I would do if I were you to avoid the difficulty of playing this E minor chord, which is 7, 9, 9, 8, 7 barred. I shouldn't have done that. I should have shown you like that. Little slide at the end as well, and then start from that note. Now that's a bit more advanced, but if you want to simplify it, do the E minor here, or you sort of slap your palm down to get that same dead sound. It's like karate chop up, karate chop up. So start from here. It just means you don't have to run all the way back here. So if you're playing that live, you might just go. Or you might even just like the sound of that. Okay, at this point, so that riff again, same riff as I was showing you before, you'll hear it gets a little heavier. This is 2 guitars. I think one guitar's up here going. Don't worry about it. Just go into the next part. We can only play one thing at a time, to some degree. So what I do here is I would go straight in from da da. Oh, so we're just going into power chords there. So when you hear that, yeah, let the bass take care of that and let the second guitar take care of that. We're just going to be going. Okay, here's the transition. That's the next part. So to play that, we're going open and 2 as an E5 power chord. Nice and simple, okay? Struck it down. Then we're playing this note here and this note here. Okay, that's a B5. Then we're moving up to C5. Then we're playing a G5. Okay. A little bit of palm muting. Okay. Again, I've said this. This is how I like to teach this. You do a karate chop along the bridge. When you roll over and play, it should be a little dead. If it's not dead, slide your hand up this way slightly until you hear it. Perfect. Hear that? That's the sweet spot. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, it's a bit of a combination here, like 1, 2, 3, and 4, and with. See, I'm getting upstrokes in there. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1 and 2. Okay, so you can vary that however you like. What I generally notice is Mr. Cheney, sort of those first ones, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and then he kind of builds it up as he goes. Okay, and then the last time, off the G5, we jump to this B flat 5. So there's the 1st fret there, 3rd fret there. on the 5th string and the 4th string, down on the 2 strings, then double strike there. So, alright, and now we're back to the chorus. So you've got the second guitar part playing that part from the intro that you already know. Okay, sometimes I do play that differently. I apologize. Don't be confused by that. Just stick with what we did before. But the main guitar, like if I was playing this and singing it, or just jamming along, I'd be happy just doing these chords. Okay. Okay. Now they are the same chords as what we're doing, but a little thicker. Okay, we're going to add a note. So we're going to play 6th string, 5th string, and on the 4th string, 2nd fret too. So we're going. Okay, and then when I do the B5, I'm adding the 3rd string as well. That 4 there, 4th fret on the 3rd string. Then we move it up to the C5 with the extra note, and then the G5 with the thicker note. So. Okay, we go up to the D5 for this bit, and then we do this. This is actually really, it's a D sharp diminished. Okay, I've got it written down as a D sharp flat 5. That was just for the sake of ease on the guitar program. So if you do have the tab there, that's a D sharp flat 5 is not wrong, but it's really think of it as a D sharp diminished. And a diminished chord kind of leads us to the chord that's a semitone up. This is certainly one simple explanation, okay? It's a joint, think of it as a joining chord. So you sit on that C5 twice, up to D5, back to here. So instead of going, you stay on C, go up to D5. Okay, and then now this is up to that second sort of tag of the chorus where it goes, yeah, so. Alright, so that part there, B minor chord, we're barring right across the 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the 4th string, pinky on the 4th fret of the 3rd string, 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and again barring right across. So you get this. So we hit the first sort of 2 strings of the chord, the 5th and 4th string, up on the 1st string, up on the 2nd string, up on the 3rd string. Now take the same shape up to the 7th fret, pick the 5th string, strum right through the 4th string to the top. Then lift this finger and make sure we hear this note clearly. So focusing more on the 3rd and 2nd string, okay? So we're going to a C chord now. And it sounds to me on the recording, when you listen really closely, he's going C chord. So it's 3rd fret, 2nd fret, 1st fret there. Okay, hold them together. Make sure nice and tall so we can hear the 3rd string open as well. 3, 2, 0 on the 3rd and 1st on the 2nd. Sounds to me like he's strumming this. Down, 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 up, down. Okay. Then we go to a G chord. G, the 3rd fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 3rd fret. Okay, so. Oh, hang on. Sorry. Let's try that again. And with that last one, he sort of goes down, down, up, down, up. Okay. Again, you don't have to play it exactly like that. That's really listening closely on the recording. And, you know, you might not play like that every time, but specifically, even with the G chord, he's going down, down, up, down, up. Down, down, up, down, up, down. Okay. Then we're going from that part A5, or you could play A minor. Okay, you can play more full chords if you want to get a little bit more color in them, but if you just want those nice tight power chords, we're just playing the 2nd fret on the 4th string and 3rd together, and it comes off the 5th string as our root note, the A. Pick it twice, stab, then. Okay, now I'm playing that as, you can play it as a B5, which we did before, same chord, C5, D5, okay, or if you want, you could play them as bar chords where you add this note, C major where you add this note too by flattening that 3rd finger across from here. You just flatten that extra finger or take that out of the way, up to D, okay, so 3, 5, 5, 5. Don't hit the 1st string, it'll sound too happy. D, same as the C chord, but we moved it up 2 frets, and then you're up here at the E minor again, which I showed you before. But at this time, you go like this. Yeah, you've probably been wondering what that chord is. It's a smart little one. Really, really cool. Okay, so. If that's with power chords, if you want to use fuller chords. Okay, I like that sound. I like that sound, so it's as an option. Now there's a little lick here. Not too hard, okay? 2nd fret on the 4th string. Pick down, up on the 3rd open. Down on the 2nd fret, that's an A. Pick it, so pick it again. Bend it, straighten it, and pull off, and then play the 2nd fret there. Okay. So you pick it once, then pick it again and bend it. Let it down, pull off. 2. Now when you pull off, you'll find you'll knock other strings. Okay. You can sort of use this hand to stop that. It's a bit tricky, but I'm actually letting my 3rd finger sit on the 2nd string. And also my thumb's kind of blocking other strings as well. But yeah, nothing's going to happen if I flip down on that string because I'm actually leaving my fingers there. Okay, that's not comfortable to begin with. That's quite tricky, but you might be okay with it if you work on it a little bit. Okay, so we go through another verse and another chorus, and this time we'll get up to the chorus where it goes. Now we have a new section, so we don't go to the E minor. Instead, we go. By the way, I didn't explain that chord. It's just 7, 7, 7, 7. I hope you haven't been scratching your head over that for half an hour and trying to pick it out. I might make a note of that. Yeah, it's just straight across. 7, 7, 7, 7. Nice and easy. Anyway, where were we? So after we come to this, instead of going to E minor, we go to G5. Okay, so these chords I've already shown you a version of them. G5, C5, G5, C5. Then we have a lick. So 1 and 2, 3. Okay. Then we do the same thing, but we move it up. 1, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2. And a little bit of palm muting, especially on the first ones. The stab's not so bad. You can sort of just hit them. Alright, and then after we've done that, we go to a B chord. Alright, so that whole section. Now from that B5, E minor, which I've already shown you, C power chord, B power chord, so we could do it this way. So that's a power chord from the 7th fret, power chord from the 8th fret. just like the chords I was showing you back here, the C5 and stuff. That's a B5 and a C5. But from here, or you could play them here. You could do E minor, B5, because you already know those chords. Okay, then we go to D5, add the second finger there to do the D sharp diminished, and now we're at the guitar solo. So okay, so now for the guitar solo. Alright, I should almost make a separate video for this, but let's try and get through it. Whew, okay, it's nice and warm in here. Yeah, I got distracted before that little bit. It was a little rusty. There's a mosquito in here, which is really annoying. Anyway, it's probably going to bite me while I'm concentrating. So, after this, we start from the 5th fret of the 4th string. We're going to the 7th fret. We're going to the 8th fret. Pick down, down, up, roll the pinky in. Okay, bring the 3rd finger across to the 7th fret on the 3rd string and pick up. Okay, so then after we hit that 7th fret, we go back to the 8th fret on the 4th string. Pick down, pick up on the 7, or you can pull off. Back to that 5. So there's our first lick. Then we go 8, 8, 7 from the 3rd string. So 8 on the 3rd, 8 on the 2nd, 7 on the 2nd. And there you want to go. Oh, hang on, sorry. Sorry, I didn't say slide into that 8. Slide in. Down, up, down on the 7. So let's play that phrase. You can do it like that too, where you slide, or use all more fingers. Okay. You know, it's not the end of the world if you don't play that with whatever technique I'm telling you, as long as you can make it work. I've seen it played a few different ways. Various students wanting to do it ways that are comfortable. It's okay, it's not super fast. So from here we go to the 3rd fret on the 6th string. Pick down again. So down, down, like that. Then open on the 4th string, down on the 3rd fret, lift it off again. I'm playing that open again. And I go down, down, up, down, down. And then we got this lick here, 3rd to the 2nd, then up, so I pick down, I pick up on the 5 on the 4th string, so that's a G, down on the F sharp, or 4th fret, and there, so, and I finish with a down, so. Next part, we're here. Now, in terms of what fingers to use here, I play it different every time. It's not super hard. It's more the right hand. So we're going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Oh, hang on. Meant to move up there, sorry. Let's try that again. So I'm on 3, 5, 6, 8, and then 10. 3, 5, 6, 8, 10. And I'm alternating and I'm doing 3s. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, then we start the same lick from here. We go from 11, 13, 15, 17, 18. Okay, so 11, 13, 15, 17, 18. It's exactly the same lick, just in a different spot. Be good if I played it right, but anyway, I'll play it now. Okay, the next bit's really challenging. It's very rhythmic, okay? Okay, so what we're doing here, we're going, and we're playing octaves. Now, you need to block the 6th string by making sure when we hold the note that we want, which is the 3 here, and we want the 5 here, okay? We need to make sure we're touching, you can see there, I'm just touching the edge of the 6th string. My first finger is actually also leaning across to block the 4th string, okay? It's not fretting, you don't want to fret it, you want it just to touch it, okay? And then the 3rd finger's kind of flat. It's like I'm on the 5 there, but the 3rd finger's kind of leaning over a little bit and blocking the 2nd string, so. And that way, we get this. And my 1st finger's also kind of touching the 1st string. So we're not really getting anything there. But I'm probably not strumming through that anyway. And that's how we do octaves. Now, here we're going down, up on the 6, then up on 5. So bring it back to 5. Maintain the shape, okay? 2 frets. So we're on 3, 5th fret, 2 strings over. And then anywhere you play that, you got to do it the same way. So 3, and when we move, follow your 1st finger, and your 3rd finger should stay in that relative spot. And that's the quickest way to learn this, because then you can think 3, 6, 5. Yeah, so 3, 6, 5, up again, then down on the 8, slide back to the 6, down, then up on the 11, up on the 10. All the while keeping that 3rd finger in relative location, being 2 frets higher and 2 strings across, okay? That's how you maintain your octave. I'm running out of time to spend heaps of energy and time on this section, but I'm pretty sure the way I just spoke through it then was spot on. So if you follow that numerous times, you'll get it. Always take your time, get the technique right, speed it up later, okay? So. Okay, so that's that bit. Next part. Oh, I did that wrong, sorry. No, I did do it right. That's right, my apologies. So, this video would definitely been shorter if I just played everything right the first time. Hey, okay, so we're picking, for the next part, slide into the 12 on the 3rd string, up on the 1st string, 10th fret, up on the 11. Actually, I prefer to alternate, I lie. So, you can sweep it if you like that's okay. Or you can alternate pick, kind of up to you. Again, quick, but doable if your technique's not 100% spot on. There are times where I say you have to do it this way. A lot of the parts in this I wouldn't stress if you can get it right. But anyhow, down on the 12, up on the 10, down on the 11, up on the 12. So, and then down on the 10th fret, and 10th fret of the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st string. So we slide into the 10 twice, down on the 11 on the 2nd string, up on the 12 of the 3rd, play the chord again, come back to that 12 on the 3rd string, okay? Okay. Then we go up to the 15 on the 1st string. Now, it doesn't matter if you start with an up or a down, but you have to alternate through this or you will not be able to get this. This is tricky. Okay, we've got to alternate. That's the phrase. Now to play it, I'm playing 15, down, up on the 12, on the 3rd string, and then open on the 3rd string. We're not playing the 2nd string at all here, we're skipping over it, so we're going 15, 12, open, 14, 11, open, 13, 10, open, 12, 9, open, 11, 8, I missed it, open, and then we just play the 0 again, so. Okay. So, that takes us to this bit. So, by the way, this solo is in the key of G minor with little hints of harmonic minor, which is where... Like that's there is a note out of harmonic minor. So if you want to look up scale, look up the minor harmonic scale, and you'll get some idea where these ideas come from. So this lick here, right, that's a G minor arpeggio, and then a D minor arpeggio essentially, but it's being played as a chord. So it's like it's a weird little thing going on it, and it sounds really cool. Theoretically, what's going on there, it's just chromatic movement. Take a cool idea, move it down in little sequences, and it sounds great. It's theoretically moot, more or less. It just sounds cool. Then we go to this little D7 arpeggio. D, F sharp, A, C. Then we do a D sharp diminished. D sharp, F sharp, A. And then it doesn't get time to carry on any further than that before it returns to the... Okay, so let's have a look at that part now. I'll just play through that last bit. After he does it that really cool... Okay, if you want to do that, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now it's the same riff from the start, so you know that. Okay, go back to the thing and have a look if you need to. But this time you finish on the E minor. Trying to think of how to transition to that. I actually had trouble with that myself. I was like getting confused. So we come off that. You strum your big E minor chord. So after you strum, you can start hitting that string. So 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So we've on the 1 we've strummed the big E minor chord. On the 2 we've hit this. 1, 2, 4. Hit this. Then we hit the 6th string. Then we hit the 2nd fret. Hit the 6th string open. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting confused here. Strum. Hit the 4th string on the E here. 6th string. 2nd fret here, 6th string, 3rd fret, 6th string, 5th fret. Then we start it here again. I know that wasn't exceptionally clear, but it's not the most difficult part. Chris Cheney, I saw on one of the live clips, he's actually playing it up here. He goes, so you hit the big open. Yeah, big open. Hit this, open. Now, if you're playing it live, you might not bother with the big E minor if you're trying to string it all together. I've made that a bit more complicated to stick two things together. You might go... sorry, God. Hit your 6th string open, hit the 2 there, hit the 2 there, 3 there. So what I'm trying to say here is you can skip the big A minor chord and just go straight to the 6th string open and then the E there. So you can go. Okay, and I noticed live, this is, I was about to say a moment ago, Christian, instead of playing this, he plays this and he just slides up the 1 string, so it'd be like... Okay, and we need to alternate down, up, down, up. It's just like that on the 2 strings. Runs the whole company. Okay, that bit there, it's a D5, then an E minor, then you strike that E minor nice and hard. Alright, so what's this bit? Just power chords. Okay, so you got E5, B5, C5, D5. Or you can do it again. You got the option of, I think Christiani plays it like this. So at this point in time it goes, fond memories. He's just singing. I'm sort of just, you know, whimperly singing. If I was really belting it out, I promise it wouldn't sound that bad. But memories, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and then you let that ring. Okay, so E minor, B major. Okay, he might just use power chords, but I like that B major. And then back to the E minor. B major being B, 7th fret, 9th fret, 9th fret with the pinky, 8th fret with the second finger, barring, okay, across 7 and 7 on the second and first. Back to E minor. Okay, big drum roll, pick slide, get your pick, slide it. There, you can probably do it upwards. I don't know, it doesn't sound as good. Back to the chorus. Back to this bit. Sorry. Now this is how you end the song. You already know this bit. Okay, I like to hit the E there. And then come back to that one there. I just need to have a look on my own notes here. What chord he finishes that with? Yeah, I've got that down as the big rock E5 chord. So okay, now the bonus round at the very end, if you listen, he does this. This is really cool. Okay, a really cool little detail. We're holding this chord 0, 2, 2, 5, 4 on the third and 5 on the second. He lifts up these fingers and you hear the third string and second string pop, and then he puts his third finger back down with the second finger instead of the pinky, so you get this. And that's that little noise at the very end of the recording. I don't know if he strums it or not. It actually sounds like he might have just sort of done it, you know, mucking around or whatever. And then they've actually brought it out a little bit at the end of the recording. So I'm not sure if he actually picks that or not. Okay, now for the outroduction. Woo! Okay, I'm physically sweating from that. Also because I didn't put the aircon on today, because I knew there'd be a lot of fine details and it would be quite annoying. Great song, huge solo. Again, apologies for some of the parts where I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm trying to say with some of the things. But anyway, I hope you really enjoyed that. That was a massive lesson. That's going to be the longest upload that I've done. Again, if you've been through all that and you enjoyed it, please consider supporting. Of course, if you're in Victoria, Melbourne, Australia, and you want lessons, talk to me. I do Skype lessons as well. They're a little tricky though because of the time constraints. But yeah, hit me up. Thanks again. Hope you enjoyed. Give me some feedback. What do you think? What do you want next? See you later.